Hi guys, and thanks for tuning in. Right, I'm gonna be talking about the games of past weekend. Specifically, I'm gonna talk about Black Leopards playing against Bloemfontein Celtics, Sundowns, and playing against Amazulu. And I am only gonna voice out the excitement I have with the supporters showing up. Black Leopards are known in the past. If you watch the NFD games, this is a team that constantly brought supporters whenever they played back in Toyando. And I am so excited about them, bringing that kind of supporters because they've shown in the NFT that they can. Now that they're in the PSL, even though they've been in the PSL before, now that they play back in Toyando, these are the kind of supporters that always would show up in their games. And I mean, it is so exciting because of even if they are doing it their way, but it definitely brings the people, together, and they definitely get behind the team. The only thing that I'd want to see happen is that, I want to see them in yellow shirts, perhaps, in that pink color they normally wear or black color they used to wear, whereby the supporters get behind the team, because only them showing up, it's not gonna bring that juicy part. We're looking for them, just the supporters getting to stadiums, make sure that they get behind the team, wearing their shirts, getting the Black Leopards flags, flying them high, so that the Bloemfontein Celtics of this world, in case the Chiefs, your Pirates, your Sundowns, can definitely feel the presence of being away. I feel that the way the South African game is going about is that, it only favors the big teams. Because if we've heard Lebogang Manyama, when they played against Cape Town City back in Cape Town the past weekend, he said this, and I quote, that we owe this to our supporters. They've been with us, everywhere we go in the country, and we don't feel the presence of being away, because of, wherever they go, the supporters are fully there, close quotation. And for me, that's just something that definitely touched me, because of, it feels that, the PSL is only favoring the big teams. We want teams, like Black Leopards to show up, Baroka, your Polokwane City, your Free State Stars, when they get back, in their own backyard, they need to make sure that the supporters are there. But this is definitely going to happen when the PSL officially gets, hand in glove with the government, and make sure that these small teams, they definitely own stadiums. Like Black Leopard, for example, whenever they play in Toyando, those are the kind of supporters that will definitely show up. And it shows that, with that kind of supporters, is for the benefit of the country. We're going to definitely take this football into new heights. And that's exactly what we're looking for. Because if it takes us to lower the tickets, so be it. Because if we are tired of seeing teams, we are tired of seeing one same supporters. We want Black Leopards to show up. They've showed up and great, in the way they're doing things. But we want to see Baroka as well. You want to see Polokwane City also doing the same things. Your Chippa United. These are the teams that definitely can do this. And we know that they've got supporters. But if they take the game to the people, it can only get better and better. It's only for the benefit of the country. What pains me the most, and this is very same thing that just I never want to see ever happening again. And it's, if we don't force it out, I think it will continue, and it's going to lead to wrong things that would definitely happen. Again, between Sundowns and Amazulu, where produced 3-3 scoreline, which was a great game to watch. Even the supporters were there, but there were still empty seats inside the stadiums. What was painful enough is that there were supporters who were climbing on trees, risking their lives. Some of them were on the mountain, showing how desperate they are to watch the game. But the cameras were just so happy, taking photos of them, and that it just don't even seem to care. Those are people who are desperate. They won't just choose to go stand on top of the mountain or choose to climb trees so that they watch the game. They are desperate. They want to get into stadiums. If it takes the PSL to lower the tickets, so be it. Bayern Munich have said this in the past, that they are never going to buy an expensive player. Now, the reasoning behind that is that they're never going to want their supporters to come into stadiums and pay big tickets. Because if they know that the supporters are there to urge the team, they're there to support the team and get behind the team. We're not going to do it without the supporters. That's important for us to realize, and for the PSL as a whole, to make sure that, they have to do something about this. Because if it's not just for the players itself, fine, they definitely need the money, but they definitely need to they need to compromise and make sure that the supporters, they definitely get to stadiums or take the football game into people. We've seen Tim Sugazi playing in the National First Division his very first season. He taken the game to one of the smallest places, whereby he played in, I think it's down in Mpumalanga. We know those people, they're desperate. There's never been professional side there, not even mentioned, an ACBC side. But Tim Sugazi has mentioned that, he's just mentioned that why I don't see a reason why I don't take the game to the people. Now you've seen that Dofontein, there's a team there, Tim Sugazi, one of the greatest agents in the country. He's taking the game to the people. If you can see the supporters that are coming into stadiums, you tell that this is a team on the rise. That's exactly what we need, supporters filling stadiums, not the PSL acting against that because of
they cannot afford the big tickets that they want them, the supporters, to pay. But it's about lowering them and getting people behind the station. It's not for the benefit of the teams that are playing in the PSL or in the NFT, but it's for the benefit of the country. Because if we get people more into stadiums, we know that the country as a whole, it will be better. We know that the South Africa game, it will improve, and even the national level. Because of even the national team, when it's playing, we don't see that kind of supporters. Even if the South African game can go to Toronto, I don't think that they will produce what Black Leopards are doing. But the Black Leopards is so effective in bringing the supporters. We want the national team to be supported as much as your Black Leopards are supported when they play in their backyard. But we're not going to see that whenever the government or the PSL as a whole don't come into some terms and make sure that it's only for the benefit of the country. But I'm talking about this on a book that I'm going to be releasing on the 16th of November. And thanks for tuning in, guys. And please let us continue the football love. I thank you.